Hi, Victoria. So you've written another set of essays. Great. Let's take a look at what you did here. This is the letter to your friend about your news and about your new job. Let's see what you said. Dear Sophie, how are you? I hope everything is fine. I'm writing to tell you that I finally found my dream job. As you already know, in the last couple of months, my team has not been ceased. That's awkward. My team has been made redundant. My team has been laid off, which is a more American version, due to financial reasons. In the last 2 months, only my boss and I've been working in the team. All right, let's fix some of the grammar here too. Okay, we just have to clean up the whole sentence really, because here you said in the last couple of months, and then here again you said in the last 2 months. So there were a couple of things you could have done. You could have combined these two sentences into one. So let's see how we could have done that. As you already know, in the last couple of months, my team has been made redundant due to financial reasons, and it has only been my boss and I working. Or it's still a little awkward, really. And the only people left are my boss and myself. All right, you could have said that too. Or some kind of, I think you get my point that you had to change this around a little bit, but I think it would have been better to combine these two sentences. Last week, my boss found a new job, and he is leaving soon. That's why I started, not I had started, to search for a new job, and I found a great opportunity. The new place seems really good in many ways. The salary is much higher than in my previous workplace. My daily tasks are very exciting, and I learn a lot from my new colleagues. This is a small company, and I truly feel every day that my work matters. Besides my new job, I have two more interesting news. Well, no, I have two more interesting pieces of news I need to tell you about. My boyfriend proposed to me last week in a nice restaurant nearby. I said yes, and we are so excited and happy. Ever since, we have started planning to buy a new house outside the city center. It will be much bigger and more convenient than our current one. I hope you'll get to see it as soon as we move. No D. In. See you soon. Best wishes, Vicky. All right. So, let's see. You covered all the points, so that's the good thing. But there are some things that I want to change, primarily in terms of the coherence and cohesion. I want some of these ideas to link together a little better, and I want them to be a little smoother in some of the transitions. So what do I mean? Here, for example, you ask your friend you ask her two things. Well, not two things. You say, how are you? And I hope everything is fine. And then all of a sudden you just jump into this dream job. So I would have preferred something a little smoother. What do I mean? How are you? I hope everything is fine. I'm writing to tell you some of the news in my life. Okay, the first piece of news is that I have found my dream job. Okay, so that would have been a smoother transition. Now, there's something about this and this paragraph that have something awkward. Let me explain to you what I mean. You say that last week your boss found a new job and he is leaving. So, this is just last week. And then you say, I started to search for a new job. And then you tell me that you've already started your new job. So, logically, this doesn't work, okay? For the past 2 months, it's just been you and your boss. Last week, your boss found a new job and he's leaving soon, so he hasn't left yet. And then you, because he said he was leaving, decided to look for a new job, but then you tell us you've already started. So logically, this just doesn't work. And because it doesn't work logically, an examiner reading this is going to think that there is some sort of language limitation that is keeping your ideas from being expressed properly, okay? So clearly it's going to affect coherence and cohesion because it's not a logical progression of ideas, and it might even influence some other area of your score, okay? let's see. What else do I want to tell you? Some of the grammar was a little awkward, like this. I have two more interesting news. News is uncountable, so you can't say I have two new news. It's two more pieces of news. I thought a lot of the grammar was very basic. It was not advanced grammar. And the same thing applies for the vocabulary. Okay? So those are some areas that I really would like you to improve upon and try to correct and get them all at a higher level. So that's the feedback I have for your letter. This sign off was fine, no problems. I think here you could have ended your letter a little bit more warmly. Again, a little more extension. So what do I mean? It will be much bigger and more convenient than our current one. I hope you'll get to see it as soon as we move in. I will let you know the details and invite you as soon as we're ready. Okay, just something to wrap it up a little bit because it felt like this was really sudden the way you just ended it. Okay, so let's take a look now at your task 2. Traveling is a huge trend nowadays. It has several benefits not only for people who are traveling but also for the host country. However, it has negative impacts too, both for individuals and for the country where they travel to. In this essay, I will analyze both the positive and the negative effects that traveling could cause. So, traveling has many benefits for people and for countries. People get to know new cultures, habits, people, or even languages. When someone is in a new place, they tend to be more open-minded and curious about different and new, I don't think this is the right word, impacts, which can leave indelible impressions on them. Moreover, can you give me an example? Like, what do you mean they're more open-minded and curious? So give me an example and show me what you mean by this. Moreover, traveling is often a good way for people to spend their free time, enjoy themselves, or the company of the people who they are with, and spend some quality time together. It is also a good opportunity to get away from their daily job. Okay. Furthermore, for some countries such as Hawaii is not a country, it's a state in America. So, for some countries such as, I don't know, Cuba, I'm just making up a name, or the Maldives, which mainly maintain themselves this is awkward. All right, the Maldives, which rely almost exclusively on tourism. Hosting tourists is an essential business. They can make immense profit and they advertise themselves through the people who visit their places. Okay, this part's fine. This part needed a little extension. You had a lot of ideas here. So what you could have done is really just focused on 2 ideas, but really develop them fully. I was okay with what you said here about tourism and about what a wonderful industry it is and how it makes a lot of money. And I think that these ideas, you could have picked one of them and but develop it a little more. Give it some more information. Illustrate it. Just develop it. Go into some more detail about what you mean. All right, next paragraph. However, traveling also has several negative effects. People often like to travel too much and spend a huge amount of money. By this, they could easily get in financial trouble, as traveling could cost, no S, a lot of money. In other cases, places may become overpopulated by tourists, such as Dubrovnik, where the government needed to impose taxes on those who want to travel there, as the place has become overcrowded in the last couple of years. Adding to this, if people are not careful enough with the visited places, they could cause unmitigated disasters to historical buildings or statues. Why? What do you mean? Do you have any examples of this? I mean, what makes you say that this could potentially happen? Okay? The example with Dubrovnik is very good. That's no problem. This was okay. So again, you've got 3 ideas here. You've fully covered one of them, or you've adequately covered one of them. But I think this one you could have either left it out or you should have developed it a little more. And of course, the same thing applies here. Leave it out or develop it. In conclusion, traveling could be both advantageous and disadvantageous for both individuals and the visited countries. As long as people travel within right conditions, As they only spend the amount of money they have for traveling and they visit places cautiously, it will be beneficial for them and for the host country. All right, that's good. I like your conclusion. It was clear. You pretty much summarized the main points of your essay, so that was well done. I think I was pretty clear about what some of the areas that needed work are. Essentially, you need to develop your ideas a little more and just really focus on no more than 2 ideas per paragraph and develop them though. Okay, so highlight them, you know, add some additional information to make it clear why you are proposing what you're proposing here with these ideas. All right? So on the whole, nice job. Go ahead and correct these essays, return them back corrected, and let's see your next set of essays in the next day or so. All right, Victoria, thanks a lot and good luck.